afternoon from the North Island of New Zealand. We have been here 1 week and we have noticed a few things about New Zealand.
So for the past week, we've been recording a couple different things and we've put it together into this video to show you a few quirks that we've noticed about New Zealand and the people in it.
Last night, Thomas and Sheena made us a lamb leg on the barbecue, and the leftovers are being used for sandwiches today. The lamb in New Zealand is to die for.
So in New Zealand, you drive on the left side of the road because I think British Commonwealth, but not only that, all of the roads are super swervy and curvy. Like, it's fun, but for passengers in the back like Eric and Allison who've been riding with us this whole time, it can be a little bit sick-inducing. So I try to stay nice and smooth, but you gotta keep up with traffic, which in the countryside is around 100 kilometers an hour standard.
I think after the first 10 hours on the road since we started this road trip, got a little sick, but I'm getting used to it now.
Pretty used to it. Josh is a great driver though, but I find if I just look over his shoulder and see where we're going, it makes me feel a lot better.
Another interesting thing to take note of while driving in New Zealand is that the blinkers and the windshield wipers are kind of swapped on the car. So every time you go to put a blinker on, or Josh goes to put a blinker on, he turns the windshield wipers on.
I did it twice, okay?
Best things I'm learning about New Zealand is that they do dairy right. They have so many ice creams that are just specific here to New Zealand, and I'm loving trying them. One's called Ooby Jooby. What is that? Goody Goody Gumdrops, and it has these little jubes in it, which are like little candies, and they have an orange and chocolate one, and another called Hokey Pokey. Here we're trying fresh blueberry, and Josh chose black licorice ice cream.
And a little bit of information for you. Specifically, one of the reasons they do dairy so well is that it is one of their main exports. It's how New Zealand makes a lot of its money.
Happy cows, delicious ice cream.
As we travel around the world, we find that coffee is different everywhere we go, but New Zealand has some of the more interesting coffee varietals that we've ever seen. Something as simple as ordering an iced coffee could get you this. And that's pretty standard for an iced coffee in New Zealand. It's whipped cream. It's a shot. Sometimes there's ice cream and heavy whipping cream in there, and then they just pour it over ice, and then they add garnish and beans on top. This is about $4 US, so a little expensive, but not what you're expecting to get if you ordered an iced coffee.
What are you expecting to get if you order an iced coffee?
Coffee and ice.
That's all I wanted. I'm all about this ish.
Yeah, so she doesn't mind at all.
New Zealand coffee is my type of coffee.
Her vanilla latte is looking bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that's not necessarily a vanilla latte.
And I really like that they do whipped cream with every single coffee.
Yeah, she's like, wait, I can get whipped cream with coffee standard?
It's not really sweet whipped cream either. It's just creamy whip. Delicious.
And I know we say it a lot as we travel the world, everyone is so friendly here, but the truth is, New Zealand is perhaps one of the most genuinely friendly places we've ever visited.
Yeah, people just start talking to you no matter where you're at. It's just chilled talk. They want to actually genuinely know about you, where you're from, what you're doing, where you're going. They are so, so nice.
And not just because we're foreigners and visitors, it's common to just see people chatting.
The kind of thing where you go in and you try on a shirt and the lady next to you that you've never seen or met before is like, oh honey, that looks so nice on you. And you're like, really?
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Or you're at the checkout stand getting groceries and the person's just asking you what your plans are for the rest of the day. Yeah, we're gonna go to the park. She goes, oh, you know what? Try this park out. Like just really engaged, truthful conversation, and it's so surprising.
Yeah, and like Josh said, it doesn't seem that they're just that way towards tourists, but also each other, and that's so nice.
And we've been told that New Zealand's sun is extremely strong. So They say slip, slap, slop. You gotta put sunscreen on at all times, slap it on. This is SPF 50. I recommend putting it on every 2 hours. Apparently there's like a missing ozone layer in, and there's like no pollution, so the sun just gets straight through. You can burn in like 10 minutes. I think that's pretty crazy, considering we grew up in Washington State where you just don't burn like at all. So it's nice. I already wear sunscreen, but just topping up all the time is probably good.
Came for me, came for me, to take me wherever, but I'll stay for you. They wanted me to go where the sun won't shine through. When it's time to waste the time, when it's time for you, you waited outside for the worst to pass.
I never knew the food here in New Zealand was so fresh.
Waited out with you, waited out with you.
Find out that when you get alcohol in New Zealand, you have to have your passport as a foreigner. They have to see whether or not you're of age. It's just a law that they have. Foreigners need passports.
Yeah,
so
that's
make sure
so
to bring
interesting.
it when you go to a liquor store.
And we've been all carded. Like if they card one, they card all of us, it seems.
Yeah, so just be sure to have your passport every time. Okay, so the most strange thing that we've found here while in New Zealand is that people don't wear shoes.
There's a lot of bare feet, like hobbits in a way.
It's not something that we're used to in the US and or have seen anywhere else in the world, but we have noticed quite often that people walk around, people are out and about without any shoes on, nothing.
And it's
on their
not
feet.
just like you would normally associate that with somebody who's like a surfer or something like that. But no, we've seen business women walking in the city with no
Yeah.
shoes, just carrying their shoes. And I'm not talking like heels, I'm talking like their tennis shoes. They're carrying their tennis shoes, walking barefoot in the city. We've seen people in restaurants, in grocery stores, in
Even
liquor stores.
the gas station, someone was out and about walking around the gas station with no shoes on.
And it's people from every age and from every walk of life, it seems. No shoes is just kind of a thing in New Zealand.
And it's acceptable in
Sure.
restaurants, in grocery stores, everywhere. No shirt, no service is not a thing in New Zealand. So those are some of the things that we've noticed while in New Zealand, some of our first impressions while being here. I hope that it makes you excited about coming to New Zealand and recognizing these fun things that are cultural differences to you.
All right, well, we have a lot more coming up from New Zealand. Stay tuned. Make sure to hit subscribe if you have not already so that you can get more videos like this and from New Zealand as well. Way fam, I hope we encouraged you to get out there and travel today. See you in the next video.
Bye!
Kia ora.
Kia ora.